My name is Angelo Di Mambro. I'm agri-food editor at Euractiv, and I will be moderating the workshop this afternoon. But before starting, I would like to invite on the lecturer, Mark Titterton, co-founder and director of the Forum for the Future of Agriculture, for the introductory remarks. Thanks.
It's a great pleasure for the Forum to be hosting what I'm sure you will agree is going to be a really interesting and important discussion. For many of you, you know that the Forum's mission is to help build a more resilient, sustainable food and agriculture system, not just in Europe, but indeed globally. And I think in order to be able to do that, we need to understand where we're coming from. We need to understand what the outlooks of the market are. We need to understand the data. And there are some that would argue that a gap has emerged in many cases between the perception and the reality. And I think we've got a fabulous array of speakers during the afternoon that are going to help us to understand that. Some old friends of the Forum going back many, many years, some new faces as well that are going to provide some enlightenment, I think, on this topic. We recorded a podcast this morning, the Food Systems Podcast. By the way, if you haven't listened to the Food Systems Podcast, it's fantastic. And we're always looking for additional followers, so do subscribe if you can do. We had the first panelists, our economist friends, on this morning, and we started to address this challenge of perception versus reality, and I know you're going to get some great insights from that. And then also those with an economics background, but also in the policy advice and analysis perspective, we're going to get some good understanding, I think, on what policy solutions and where policy is in terms of catching up with this, which I think will create a very good foundation, certainly for us in the Forum, in terms of where we go next, and as I say, what kind of solutions we need to look at in building a more resilient and sustainable food and agriculture system. My thanks to you, Angelo, for moderating. I do want to recognize all our speakers that came from near and far to participate, and also to Tassos Haniotis, who's the special advisor to the Forum's Advisory Council, for providing the impetus and the direction for this event. So absolutely fantastic. Looking forward to this, whether or not you represent an international perspective or you're closer to home, some great friends from the EU institutions, the DGs in particular in the room. It's going to be a great afternoon. So thank you very much indeed. The Forum's delighted to be hosting this. I wish us all a very successful debate. Thank you.